Hey, this is Jim. I'm getting ready to run one of my favorite runs of all time. I'm running this with the AZ Offroaders Facebook group. And yeah, I was really stoked about doing this. I haven't ran this since, back in probably 2002. So yeah, I'm just excited for it to do it. And running it in my Ranger. I've run it in an F-150 before. Most of the time I ran it in my Samurai. And so, I remember most of it, but, that's been years ago. And just wasn't sure how it was going to feel in the Ranger. And I just picked a beautiful day to do it. There were 16 of us going, and the flowers were, all over the place. You can see in the video. There was like 4 or 5 other groups out there. We ran across a Bronco group. There was a Jeep group, another Jeep group behind us. Quite a few Rage side-by-sides and stuff like that. So, but hey, how can you go wrong? I mean, down by the lake, going up through the mountains and stuff like that, you look on the right side, you can see part of the lake. You look out kind of to the left of you, you see Horseshoe Dam or Horseshoe Lake. So everybody always talks about how flexy and stuff like that is. I nicknamed it the teeter-totter from my Ranger because that's all it was basically a teeter-totter. And it was just pretty smooth sailing. I mean, I'm glad they brought the trail back after the fire and stuff like that. They did a lot of work to get it, going. This was the first obstacle. No, it wasn't. I can't remember what the first one is. But so I could have shortened the video down. I probably should have, but I wanted to give people out, just so they could see what it actually was. So I think this is the full thing, minus probably 10 feet here and there where I've edited out and stuff like that. Just see a lot of people post up, do you think I can make this? Do you think I can do that? Well, how does it like? All right, here, I'll show you a video that you choose what you think you can do and what your vehicle can do on this. Is it difficult? No, not really. Can it be? Yeah. It's more technical and trusting your vehicle. One thing I would say, is it does lead more to having lockers or knowing how to use your rig, whether you have posi lockers, regular lockers. I've ran it with both. Yeah, it just adds a little more degree of difficulty without it. I ran it full lockers front and rear. I ran 90% of it in two-wheel drive in my Samurai. So yeah, it really is just a driver, technicality on choosing the right lines and learning how to grow. I think it's one of the great trails to learn that type of things, what your wheels, front wheel going and stuff like that. Yeah, this was nosedive. This was it's a definitely different feeling than Jeeps compared to my Ranger. As you can see, he had no problems going through here. But in the Ranger, yeah, wasn't a problem. Did it stick out to you? Oh yeah, it catches your, because you know it's going to drop, you know it's going to tilt forward, and you're just waiting for it to happen. We had a lot of fun as a group, doing this. But because there is so many people, doing it in our group, 16, there was some slowdowns. This is V-notch, I believe. I don't think it is. And this isn't your rocky, typical Arizona trail. This is more of pea gravel, dirt, sand, combo type thing. It was, So is it loose? Yeah, it's loose, but it's, I don't know, it's dirt with pea gravel. So we make a turn here, and that's where we go have lunch. Had lunch, come back. Now we're back on 42. And that takes you down to the actual lake. So you can kick in there and enjoy the view of the lake right there. Drive all the way down to it, walk out, let the dogs run and play in the water and stuff like that. But the views are just beautiful. Sometimes you going up and over those things, you don't get to see the road. And you're like, I know it goes down this way. But there's one of the little alcoves there. We end up driving down by the water and stuff like that. Good part was nobody broke down. Had a pretty clean run for everybody. There really is. I mean, unless you're getting on it or doing something stupid, shouldn't really, I wouldn't say break down here, but break down anywhere. But there's not, it's not like climbing rocks and stuff like that where you're just getting a bind and break something. No, this is just, it's just truly a fun trail. That's one of those spots where you point in one direction, you got to turn back and you drop down into a little ravine. This was a spot where one of the Toyotas he wasn't locked up in the rear, and he got in the spot right here, and his fronts and his back were off the ground, and he just couldn't go anywhere, so we had to give him a little tug, and it was just fine after that. And it was just, one day you can make it, another day you can't, because you slightly 1 inch off what you did before, or somebody else came through and tore it up a little bit more, so what you went through last time is not the same. So I do like, I don't know, I like going with groups, but I also like going by my, small group of just 2 or 3. 2 or 3's, I don't know, a little more intimate, a little more, you can have fun. This was what do they call it, the edge of the cliff, or end of the world, or whatever. It's a nice view, look, and then you down to the edge, and you gotta wait for everybody to clear out from underneath you, because you'll see here in just a second when I drop down. It's pretty steep. I hit 21 degree coming down, and of course it has and it's sandy, or not sandy, but gravel. So it does. You don't want to slam the brakes on or anything. You just want to go nice and smooth. Let the truck control it, and you just go down. And it's, of course, just as the road shows, it's in up down as you go down. Get your heart going. Makes it fun. Go on to your next obstacle. Continue down the trail. This one, you can shoot back, and if you keep going straight there, you go back to another little alcove. Let's put you back on Trail 42. It is a one-way trail, so that's great, because there's just, I don't want to say there's not any places you can't But there's some places where you got no room to have side-by-side action going by. Some turns make it a little harder than others having a full, bigger size vehicle than the Jeeps, but one of the years my dad went and he never took his top off in his Jeep, and he decided to take his top off in the Jeep this one time, and he said never again, because it ended up raining and was so cold that it actually, by the time we got to the end and was driving it out, it started snowing on us. That was funny. So me and my buddy Greg, it was actually, I took my truck and everybody was giving me crap because they said, look, you brought a motorhome to the... Oh, that was the little mini edge of the earth. I can picture it, 18-degree downhill. Not quite as bad, but yeah, so they were giving me crap about I brought a motorhome to the run. It was a 91 Ford F-150 extra cab with a 2-inch lift. And at the end of it, I got the last laugh because I was in a nice warm inside truck and everybody else running the Jeeps with bikini tops and stuff like that on. So, of course, on the way home, you're driving, snow's pounding up on the window. Reached up there, grabbed snow, made snowballs, and throw them at the other guys. But yeah. So all in all, I've probably done this trail a little more than a couple dozen times. It seemed like I was either doing this trail or we was out in Table Mesa Road area. Each time I go out, I'm really impressed with my Ranger on just how it just, it just keeps going. It's not, I ain't gonna say it, it's unstoppable. Everything's unstoppable. It's just, had nice, was able to get nice view or nice lines and stuff like that. Just keep it going. It just it impresses me how, for what it is, it just still wants to go. I think the next big obstacle we come across is the knob. And I don't think it's like overly hard. It can be. I mean, it's got big nasty holes in it. The biggest problem is it's in between two rocks as you go uphill. You gotta kind of dodge the rocks as you go up. I think this is where we was waiting for the Bronco group to get through this. But get out and watch a couple people drive up it, get myself memorized with it. It was like, okay, yeah. It has a bypass here, so you can't go to the bypass straight right there, or you go up to the left here, or the right, I mean, yeah. And you just pick your line. As long as you got, this is where most of the people that doesn't have lockers gets caught up, because you drop in one drop, and you drop in another drop. You gotta watch that rock right there. Then you're up, and you make a slight turn, get out. So, yeah. The rest of it after that is, I don't want to say a cakewalk, but kind of is. I mean, you get a little bit more of this pea gravel road, or hard pea gravel thing, but not too much longer after this. You make a turn, then you actually go into the typical Arizona Rocky Mountain dirt. Is the very back half of the Telegraph Hill, or Telegraph Line. Now, I always called it Trail 42. It's always been Trail 42 for me. I guess it was the Telegraph line that people ran from different lakes and ranches out here, or whatever. And that's how it got its name, really. Yeah, you can see how it's more of rocks and hard packed dirt. Yeah, this is by far one of my favorite trails doing in Arizona is this trail. I love it. It's just fun. I guess because it's not like it's not this full Arizona trail right here with all these rocks on the road, and just a complete different vibe. Look out there and you can see Horseshoe Lake, and you can see the dam out there. Kind of to your left. Out there. But yeah, I do think, you know, anybody that likes to go four-wheeling, this is a trail that you need to check out and enjoy. Because it is just one of the funner trails just to enjoy. You know, you don't have to, like I said, it is a one-way trail. So you don't have to worry about anybody coming down the other way. So there's the fence line. Just drive that on back until you get to the end. I don't want to say get to the end of it, but then you get past this side of this mountain right here, and you drop down, and you're done. And this puts you out on the, what is it, the 205 Horseshoe Lake and Dam Dirt Road, and that's where you end up. So, well, thanks for following me on my, video here. Like I said, I made it longer because I wanted to do the whole trail so people could see what it was and continue. Have a great one, everyone. Hey, hit the road and check this one out.